Okay, hi everyone. This is WebEx and learning. This is a presentation done for professional development. I'll just call it PD, in which we defined WebEx, we did a demo, and then we looked at some of the features and so forth. So if you weren't able to attend, or you have some questions, on notes and so forth, people were able to email me, and I would get this information to you. And feel free to distribute this information, the link here to this information, to anybody that you think it might be valuable for. All right, so let's go on. Here's what we did. We defined WebEx in terms of learning. Okay, we defined what it was. We had a couple people that have experienced it. They gave some examples. It's a video conferencing software that allows you to connect with somebody else via the internet. Okay, and what things can you do? Well, you can, let me just rattle off some of those. You can see the person if you want, so there's video. There is, okay, so video. There is audio. And there is the ability to share information amongst the people that are online. And you can share your screen, you can share control of the computer, and so forth. Those are the key things. So the way we do it was we'll get green here, create a personal room. This was not hard to do. So what we did is I did one first, and people joined it, and then the people participating, they created their own room, and some people joined some of those rooms. So it was first me, and then they did that in class. And so I've got a recording. I think we've got a recording. I haven't checked, of what happened there when we did all that. Okay? And you say, gosh, I wasn't able to attend. Well, this would not take long for me to get you up to speed. If you want me to do that, just let me know, and I can do that. There are a lot of other people now are slowly getting to understand how it works and so forth. We did talk about some of the features that exist. And people gave some ideas. I am going to highlight those more at the end, okay? But work one-on-one with a student, as an example. Work with a group of students. Do something where you present something on a regular basis and people can come back and view it, or they can attend and participate. I used it for proctoring an exam. I used it to office hours, electronic office hours, so the wide range of things. So there's a wide range of things that you can use it for. Okay? Now let's take a look at actually doing the process. We're not going to show it here, we're just going to talk about it because we demoed in class. So here we go. We went to My Nayak, and at My Nayak you've got this page, and somewhere's on there, like over here to the right, it shows WebEx. Here's a caveat, we're not doing any of this through Canvas, okay, so we're completely separate from Canvas at this point. Okay, so you click that, and then you'll get a screen, and on there will be a place you can host a meeting or go to your personal room. Okay, host a meeting, go to your personal room. So then that would take you, you would start WebEx. Okay, then once you get in your personal room, you would turn on the audio and turn on the camera. If you want the camera on, you don't have to turn the camera on. It only makes sense that the audio on, so at least people can hear you. You can record the session while you're going through, and then in the class group we talked about a few of the concerns. I'm not going to go through all those right here. Okay, so once I open the personal room, there's two ways you connect to it. You can either connect using a URL, or there's a number that somebody can type in to connect. So we used, I think in some of the cases, people just used the URL, or some people did type in just the number. Once all the faculty that use WebEx, that open up a personal room for people to come in and work, they all have a unique number for this, and then their URLs are just like mine, Nayak. Then this goes to the WebEx server, Cisco. This means you're going to, go to somebody's meeting, and then this is my Nayak user ID here on campus. So for other faculty, it would be their user ID here on campus. All right. Once people joined, then we went through the options. We covered a lot of options: sharing the screen, how to lock somebody out, etc. All right. Next thing, we applied our work. So we had everybody open their own personal room. So they went to the WebEx, at least the way I showed them how to do it. They went to the WebEx on their portal. Then there was a place there to either host a meeting or personal room. Host a meeting or personal room. There's something there on the left, there should be there on the left, that they can click, and then it'll ask them to start a meeting. When they start it, then it will show them their WebEx number, and their link would be similar to I had before if you want to use the URL. And so then we had Valerie came up and she logged in on the system up in the front, and so we could see how that worked. And we could join her room, or we could join somebody else's room in the classroom, whoever had their personal room open. I showed how it worked on my iPad, and it's very similar on my phone. I have an Android phone. You download the WebEx app, no cost, and it just works. iOS, same thing, download from the apps store, the Apple store, download the iOS version of WebEx, and it works. We finished up the recording. It hadn't rendered yet, so I couldn't show it to them. And one other thing I was going to mention is I have used this to proctor exams. And if you want to know more about that, I explain how I did it, more detailed. But the student and I agreed, after I knew the student pretty well, and he got a camera for his computer, and then I think he had a desktop, so this would just be his monitor and his keyboard and so forth. And then what he did is he turned it all on. I opened up the room. He entered the room, and then he shared his screen and him. So I could see his face, and I could see him working through the test. And then I recorded it. I told him I was going to record it. It was all up and up. And I said, I don't want you looking around, I don't want you asking anybody, I don't want you going to another computer and looking up an answer. And so, of course, there'd still be ways to cheat here, but it worked pretty good. And I trusted him, and so the whole thing worked out good. All right. If you have any questions and you want a little help, don't be afraid to contact me. That is it.